Thank you very much, Silvana, and we are back now with Vajrashura. Would you like to tell us a bit more about the activities you're going to have tonight for your visitors?
Yes. So we've already kicked off a couple of hours ago. So I've just come from 2 hours of meditation teaching.
Okay.
So we've been teaching people, I've been teaching in 1 hour slots, I've been teaching people mindfulness and the mindfulness meditation practice, and I've been teaching people a loving kindness practice. And before that, we had a yoga tasting session. And as we're here right now, there's a talk by a woman is giving a talk called The Buddha and His Begging Bowl. So looking at the history of Buddhism and the begging bowl, the place of the begging bowl within that.
Okay.
And then later on tonight, there's a talk on Leonard Cohen and Buddhism. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, so Leonard Cohen spent loads of time in a Buddhist monastery during his life, apparently. And
I didn't know that, and I'm a fan of him. So.
There you go. It might be why he was such a good poet, you know. And he was very heavily influenced by Buddhism. So at 9 o'clock tonight, we'll be having a talk on Buddhism and Leonard Cohen. Before that, by the way, there's another meditation session at 8. So if you want to pop in at 8, you can learn to meditate.
Okay.
And at 10 o'clock, we are having a mantra chanting session. So if you want to try something a bit different.
I don't know much about Buddhism myself. So can you explain what a mantra chanting is?
Yeah. So well, yes and no. You see, it's kind of not very easily explainable. So we just do this chant over and over again, and it's kind of meditative in its own way, and it can have quite a positive effect on us. And often what you're chanting is just a few words of Sanskrit or some other Buddhist language like that, and often it tends to evoke a very positive emotional response. Yeah.
Okay. And would you tell us where you're based, so that people maybe that don't know where your center is can come and visit?
Absolutely. So we're very central. We're right beside Busaurus and Connolly Station.
Okay.
So we're just off Talbot Street on a little street called James Joyce Street.
Okay, I know that.
You know that, yeah. So I think it's like let's walk down Talbot Street, and it's the last turn on the left before Connolly Station.
Okay. And are you active on social media as well, if people want to know about the activities going on in there?
Yes. So if you go to Facebook, we're Dublin Buddhist Centre. You'll find us very quickly. You can just type Dublin Buddhist Centre into Google. You'll find us as well, and we're under Twitter on the same handle as well.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
And what do you think is important to participate in such event? Why do you think people would be interested in?
Well, I think it comes back to what culture is for. I mean, culture for me is about raising our minds, broadening our horizons, making us more human and even more than human. You know, art and culture is about lifting us, isn't it? And that's very much in tune with how I see Buddhism. Buddhism is a path of growth, development, evolution, becoming more and more human even beyond that. So for me, Buddhism and culture are and culture and art are very much interwoven.
Absolutely, yeah, I suppose so. And why do you think meditation, because it's growing and growing in popularity, why do you think it's so important for modern society, even like Western society? Yeah,
well, there's loads of different levels. So at one level, people are just very stressed, you know what I mean? We live very busy lives, and meditation can help us work with that. Also, we live in an age of increasing alienation from each other, and loving kindness meditation practices help us feel more connected to people around us. And as human beings, we're very social people. We need people around us to feel connected to, and when we don't have that, we become unhappy. But also, I think meditation is not just about working with being unhappy. It's a bit of an art form as well. So by learning to meditate, we can just be creative and well in the world as well.
Yeah, so it can help us in many ways.
In many ways, yeah.
And what kind of meditation do you think there are like different forms of meditation depending on different kinds of people?
Yeah.
Or there's
thousands of different meditations, but I think in Buddhism they all tend to boil down to being aware and being kind and going deeply into those. And I think everyone can be a bit more aware and everyone can be a bit more kind, and I think everyone will see the benefits of being more aware and more kind. Okay. And I'm working on it for 20 years now, and it keeps paying off more and more, but there's always more to go as well.
Of course. Thank you very much for taking the time to come, Vajrashura, and good luck with the rest of your night.
And thank you to Near TV.
Thank you. Great. And we are now going to meet our crew at the Muslim Sister, and I'll see you in a bit.